Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about how many yoga asanas there actually are, because that's a common question I get with students sometimes is, wait, how many yoga poses are there? And that actually depends on which source you go with or who you ask or what stage in history you want to look at. So apparently Shiva was the inventor and creator of yoga, and he came up with and formulated 8,400,000 yoga asanas, because apparently in Hinduism it's believed that there is 8,400,000 living creatures on earth, and that's a pretty important number across the board in Hinduism. They also believe that a baby in the womb goes through 8,400,000 transformations before its birth. So yeah, it's an important number. So kind of Shiva said, oh, maybe, humans can't handle that amount of asanas. So he simplified it down to 84. And that's kind of a common number that's thrown around as well in yoga, 84 asanas. So first that number was chosen though, and first outlined in writing, not in the Vedas and not in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. Neither of those ancient texts, really even cover how to do asanas. But in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, which is a 15th century text, they do outline 84, but they really only describe in detail 15 asanas, and so that's it. It wasn't until B.K.S. Iyengar wrote his famous book Light on Yoga in 1966 that really yoga asanas were really outlined well and photographed and explained in detail. And so it's in that book that 200 asanas are actually covered. And then later, and I think it was 1984, I know it was in the 80s though, there was a master yoga chart created, and this actually was a big giant chart, a photo of 908 asanas. Pretty sure anyway. Double check my blog, wildyogatribe.com/how-many-asanas, if you want to really double check all those numbers. So yeah, that was, I think, pretty interesting, was that there's, in the beginning, 8,400,000, which is crazy, 84, which seems pretty manageable, then 200 in B.K.S. Iyengar's, and then 908 in this Master Yoga chart. But if you're thinking about it, every asana has so many variations now. So many. I mean, just Google any asana, like Padmasana. How about that? How about lotus pose? If we have lotus, we have full lotus, we have half lotus, we have forward bending lotus, we have bound lotus. We have so many different types of ways to do just one asana, Padmasana. And so all these variations makes the number of how many yoga poses there are really difficult, especially nowadays where in, these times, if you check out Pinterest or Instagram, there's so many people doing yoga poses that I've never seen. And it's just how they change it, how they modify it to make it more visually beautiful or to stretch a different part of the muscle. It's kind of, sometimes I think it's ballet meets yoga or gymnastics meet yoga, or sometimes it's even called like shapes, like you're creating different shapes. You're not even doing quite an asana exactly, but just making a beautiful shape with the body. And so given all these variations, modifications, adjustments, and especially in this day and age, it's really hard to pinpoint an exact number. So anyway, just a little bit of history on how many yoga asanas there are. Again, check out the blog or drop me a note if you have any questions or anything. See you soon.